Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden and welcome to day 29, you guys. 29 of my 30-day garden transformation. I just finished my daily routine for today. Let me show you all what I did. For day 29 of my daily routine, I started by quickly watering my plant stash before moving on to fertilizing these 3 containers in front of my metal workshop. They're planted with Super Petunia Vista Fuchsia, flanked by 2 Truffula Pink Gomphrena in each pot. While I love the bright pop of pink this combination gives, I have to admit these containers just aren't my favorite this year. I think next year I'm going to transplant the arborvitaes somewhere else in the garden and replace them with something smaller, maybe a standard or a lollipop. I absolutely love these beautiful terracotta pots, and right now you can barely see them because the plants have grown so much. Since we live out in the country, everything gets incredibly dusty in the summer, so I also took a minute to rinse off the arborvitaes in the metal workshop. It's amazing how a quick rinse can make everything look fresh, clean, and well cared for. After fertilizing, I moved on to weeding some of the gravel areas by my back patio. A lot of you have asked whether weeds still grow with the gravel glue, and the answer is yes, they definitely do, but I can honestly say there are far fewer weeds than there would be without it. This spot is especially prone to weeds because it's right next to the hose, so it gets plenty of water every time I'm turning the faucet on and off throughout the day. Next, I deadheaded my Crown Princess Margaretta rose growing up the side of my office before heading over to the back of the orchard garden for today's planting project. A few years ago, I planted Sweet Romance lavender on either side of this walkway, and I've really enjoyed it, but lately I've been feeling like this area needs a little more structure. The surrounding garden is full of ornamental grasses and perennials, giving it a loose, natural look, and I think adding a pair of evergreen topiary cones will create a nice contrast to that. They'll also provide some much needed winter interest when everything else dies back. So I still had 2 boxwood topiary cones in my plant stash after removing them from the secret garden, and this felt like the perfect new home for them. Another reason I wanted to replace the lavender is because I originally planted it when this area had a major Bermuda grass problem. The Bermuda grass had worked its way into the root balls, making them incredibly frustrating to keep weed free. I saved both lavender plants though. I think I'll transplant them out by the street where I worked yesterday. I think they'll still look beautiful and I won't have to worry quite so much about keeping every bit of Bermuda grass out of them. Once the boxwoods were planted and watered in, I stood back to take a look and I absolutely love the difference. They add exactly the structure the space was missing, and I think they're gonna look even better as they grow in. And with that, my day 29 daily routine was complete. All right, so let's move on to my focus garden task for the day. I have help from Jason this morning. We have so much more time with the girls being at mom and dad's, huh? Weird. We're like, what do we do? But it's been really nice. It's been really nice to have some one-on-one time. The girls, if you guys didn't hear, the girls are at my parents' for the week since it's summer, and they didn't have any plans. Yeah. And it just worked out. Thank you, mom and dad. Anyway, so for our focus garden task today, we are working on the gate right here. This is our beautiful chain link fence gate. Isn't it gorgeous? The goal is to eventually get another gate, a big, solid, powered gate that like you can push a button.
Automatic gate.
An automatic gate.
It doesn't have to be opened every time. Yeah. The kids will be so happy.
The girls get so annoyed because we always, whenever we come out, we make the girls get out and open the gate. It's a manual gate, so you have to just roll it. But
they're getting strong. It's good.
They are strong. God, they'll be so annoyed hearing you say that. Anyway, so what we're working on today is we're working on some privacy. So this chain link fence gate is pretty open. One, you can definitely see the cars and hear the cars driving by. And eventually we want to, eventually we're going to have a solid panel so that you can't see in and we can't see out, but that's just not going to happen right now. So nope, I was looking at what are the things that we can do in the meantime, just for a quick fix that we can install. And with chain link fences, there's a lot of privacy options. And I was looking at, they do have these slats that you can kind of slide through the chain links. And that works really well, or not works really well. That looked like it would work really well, but that would have been a couple $100, right?
Is that right?
And then I found, oh no, that's not it. And then I found this other privacy panel that I just got off Amazon. It was less than $40 for the amount that we needed for this. And we figured that we would just try it. So it's literally, to me, it just looks like a shade cloth with some grommets, basically. And we're going to take it and we're going to put it on the gate for a little bit of privacy because we hang out here, right?
Yeah, we come out in the morning, maybe eat pajamas and hang out, or
drink
at night.
Coffee.
Yeah, so
girls roast marshmallows in their pajamas. Like, we just need a little bit more privacy.
And they love when they have friends over. They love hanging out there.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. And it's so funny because when we lived in the city, we were used to having more people around, but now we're in the country. We're like,
yeah,
oh my gosh, like somebody drove by, or or sometimes people will slow down and kind of look in the garden and stuff like that. And
yeah, I mean, it's a
little awkward,
but I mean, it's kind of natural because you see flowers planted and you see flash of colors you drive by, so people are going to be curious.
I know, and I appreciate that, but if we're out there, I don't want people looking in. So anyway, we're just going to try and figure out a little bit of privacy today. See if this works. We don't know. We don't even know if it's going to work, but we're going to
give it a shot.
We're going to give it a shot. Yeah. All right. So here is the panel. It's like literally, is it a tarp or is it a shade cloth?
Well, let's open it. I don't know.
So it was hard because they only came in foot-long increments. And so the fence in between the bottom pole and the top pole, it's a little under 5 feet. So I couldn't get a 5-foot one. So I ended up getting a 4-foot one. So I'm a little worried it's going to be short, but,
kind of.
What's that?
Little mesh, kind of.
Looks like shade cloth.
Yeah.
Like, it looks exactly like shade cloth. And then you can see there's grommets right there. And then there are zip ties that you put on. So really bargain basement here. Not super fancy stuff here. Well, but
if we don't like it, we can take it off.
Yeah. And I did not want to spend money being that.
I don't want to fancy up a gate that we're going to replace, hopefully.
Yeah. That's exactly what I thought too. So anyway, let me set the camera on the tripod and then we'll see if we can get this set up and get us a little bit of privacy.
Look at what?
That's perfect.
Yeah, I think you did great. Here, let me stretch this out. Here, let's measure it up and see how high you want it. Probably want it covering, like, you don't care if people look underneath the bottom. It's the top you want covered, right?
I was thinking centered.
Centered is fine.
Like that.
I mean, that's either centered or on the top. Either way.
I think we should do centered. Yeah. So look, there's one.
Just count from corners.
I'm gonna hold it where I want it. I want it there. I feel like we should stretch it.
Yeah, probably secure that side first, and then we can stretch it across. I'm gonna just keep the top for you. Good?
Yeah.
Okay, so then what do you think? Do we just do one section at a time and work our way that way, or do we stretch it? Probably we gotta go one at a time, huh? Make it like tight all the way across?
Yeah.
Because if we try to stretch it, we'll never get the full, right?
I think we should just
go one segment at a time. We just watch it doesn't get, you know what I mean? It stays level.
All right, we are done. That take half an hour?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah.
About that.
About a half an hour?
Yeah.
45 minutes?
45 minutes.
Wasn't too bad, but you definitely need 2 people. Like,
that would have been such a struggle.
Can you imagine me trying to do that myself?
You could do it, but it would never end up tight.
Yeah.
Like, you could get, it just would have been, and then it would have got blown in the wind more, and it probably fell apart quicker.
Yeah, and it would have looked...
going to last forever anyway.
No, this is not going to last forever. You know what? This is going to last until we can install an automatic gate.
That would be awesome if
That-
it could do that for
That
us.
would be amazing if it lasts that. I honestly, we don't know when we're going to be able to install it. We tried to get a quote for someone, but the guy never called us back to give us a quote. So we kind of just gave up on it. And yeah, it's just, it's on the list basically. So we tried to make it as tight as we possibly could. That's why it's kind of, I don't know, looped up like this, but I really think that once it heats up, it's going to loosen up a little bit more. So I think it's better to have it tight than to have it loose. And, I don't know. I like having the more privacy. It just gives the illusion of privacy, I guess I should say. Like you can still see through it and everything like that, but there's just something about it that just feels, I don't know, it just feels a little bit better to me, right?
And it's not like it's an uncommon thing to do.
No, not at
A
all.
lot of places that you drive by have, like you said, the slats they go through.
Yeah.
There's some version of something, so it's just not a see-through situation.
There's also another option that I saw that there was it was almost like tape, like ribbon that you weave in and out.
I've seen that too.
But I was reading the reviews on that, and they said that it broke down very soon.
No, that's what I was going to say. I've seen that before, and it gets... it like bakes in the sun. It
Yeah.
gets brittle and
Yes.
it's ratty really, really quick. I've driven by and that looks terrible.
Yeah. So that was probably the cheapest option I could find for this. This was the second cheapest option, and then the slats were the third cheapest option.
The
So
slats would have been a lot more effort too. That would have taken probably a few hours to get right, I would imagine.
and the slats seemed like a more long-term solution that we're not really looking for.
This is the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. And Monty likes the shade too. So anyway,
Oh, is he?
yeah, he's sitting in the shade.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that cute? Yeah. I think this is gonna work well for now. This is a good temporary solution. Yeah, I like it. So anyway, that is it for day 29, my focus garden task, focusing on a little bit of privacy. Tomorrow, day 30. Can you believe?
I can't believe you're almost done with this.
I know.
It's been a lot.
It's been cars. Sorry. It's been
You've done a lot.
a lot.
I said it's been a lot, but I meant to say you've done a lot.
Oh,
like
thank
you've
you.
done a ton.
I have done a
Like
ton.
everything looks great.
And then you're going to join me for the garden tour, right?
Like our massive garden tour.
The hours-long massive garden tour, because
Yeah.
I'm going to do front and back. So I'm going to have
That'll be fun.
I'm going to have to bring some coffee with me so I can stay energized throughout the whole tour. Anyway, all right, you guys, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.